Okay, so if you've been collecting cards or you're into cards, you've probably heard of junk wax or junk wax era, stuff like that. Basically, I'm just going to explain what that is. So, you've probably seen packs that look like this, especially like these. You'll see those a lot, right? If it'll focus. There, you'll see those a lot. So, I think there's a couple things I'm going to do, right? I'm going to explain to you what the junk wax era is, or was, why it happened, why people should talk about it, and explain to you why it's called wax. So I'm going to do that first because that's pretty obvious. So, finally, here we go. So see how it's kind of shiny? So they call it wax because, I don't know if you can hear this, it's literally like coated, the paper is coated in wax basically. If you can see that little mark right there where I scratched it. See that? It's like literally wax. So, see what it's coated in. There should be, see, 1990 wax wraps. See, that's what that is. That's why they call it wax. So that's the first thing out of the way, because they're literally just coated in wax, the packs are. So that's what they use to categorize everything, right? Second deal would be, like the junk wax era is, people will say it was between, like, it was around 1986, could be a little earlier, so, to 1993. It's going to be around those dates, right? And it's basically just like, it was a giant overprinting era, basically. It was just a bunch of new collectors came in, right? It was a big boom, and the companies are just like over licensing to all of the major card companies, and they had to meet the demand of the new collectors because they're gonna want cards, and they had to, like, they were just putting out so many cards to meet the demand that it's kind of like inflation, you know. Money isn't worth as much when you have a ton of it, right? So that's why you'll see like big names go for like nothing, you know. Whereas like if they hadn't overprinted it, it would go for a good amount. But you'll find them on eBay for like, $3 or something, and it'll wow you unless you know what it is. So it was basically just a bunch of new collectors coming in, flooding the market. The card companies printed a ton of cards, and then it was just too many. It flooded everything. That's why you'll see them destroyed, or just people have tons of them. That's why they're not really going to be worth as much. Yeah, I'll open some of these and show you. So like, you'll probably see these cards. They all had, it wasn't like anything crazy, the designs. That's the puzzle, right? Like Kirk Gibson, good player. Larry Sheets. Andy Van Slyke, right? Joe Dawson. There's all these, just like Ozzie Smith, right? Ozzie Smith was cool. He did like backflips and stuff. But you've probably seen these cards before, right? And another sign of overprint. Look at that. Like they're compare it to our new cards. That's not that much pressure, but like it's just junk basically. That's what the cards were. But I wouldn't throw them away though, because what you can do, have a ton of it, sell it in bulk. You can always sell it in bulk, right? Glenn Davis. Because otherwise you might as well just throw the stuff away. What you need to do before though is, if you're going to throw it away, if you just like don't want to bother with it, just take enough time to look through it for some names, and I'll put the names up on the screen, and you can pause the video But all the names up there be like Ken Griffey Jr., probably Canseco, you know, all these people on there. That's what you want to look for. Just go through your cards, look for them, because Glenn Davis, Tony Gwynn, that's another one, Tony Gwynn. But go through there and look at your cards. Go back to that little thing where the names were, pause it, and look through your cards. And if you have any of those, you know, maybe it's like $5, but it's better than selling it in bulk and missing that $5, you know. Yeah, once you're done with that, once you're done looking through them, I'd sell them in bulk, just because money's money, you know. That's kind of crappy packaging. What is that? That's clear. Yeah. Yeah, you've probably seen these. These things stick like really bad. You hear that? It's like Cal Ripken Jr. and Joe Carter. It's a cool one. But yeah, there's like so many of these cards. That's why they don't go for much, because there's just tons of it, like tons and tons. Yeah. But I look from the double. Sometimes you get like a sheet, and it'll just be like the same cards over and over. Okay, last one. But I mean, like, I wouldn't go. Another thing is, people will be like, you can invest in stuff. I wouldn't invest in junk wax. What is that, a sticker? That's cool. But no, I wouldn't invest in junk wax just because price-wise. The older players, younger people are gonna forget about them. I mean, dude, give it a little bit, they'll forget about people like Mike Trout and Aaron Judge, just because, you know, they're gonna get old and people have new players that they look at. So, and you're talking about junk wax 80s and 90s stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't invest in it just because you're not really gonna make your money back. That's why I'm telling you, like, sell it in bulk, but look for the people and then sell it in bulk, you know, because price-wise, not gonna get you too much. Also, that's a zebra stripe, Joe Musgrove that I have up there. I actually got that out of a break. But yeah, just try and sell them in bulk. Look for those names. But like, some people say, like, okay, I've been hearing some stuff about like they're gonna be another junk wax era. I don't really think that's gonna happen. Like, probably not for a while. It's not gonna happen. If it does, it's gonna be a little bit, because you have Fanatics taking over, right? And there's already been one and it was bad, right? It almost crashed the card industry, right? And I feel like they should be able to, Fanatics is a smart company, right? They should be able to look back and be like, we don't want to do that. That was crap. We don't want to do that again. That just sucked, right? And they're not going to do it. I don't think they will. So I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about another junk wax era. I also wouldn't worry about investing in it. Only thing I would do is, if you have them, try and sell them in bulk. Look for any good names in there. I wouldn't really invest in it unless you like a player, you know, like you know, Mark McGwire, right? If you like him, then you can go and, like, I don't care. You want to invest in like some 91 of his, you know, you can go ahead, but because it'd be cool. But you're like, money wise, you're not going to get any money from it. Like, some of the biggest cards in are going to be like the Mike Piazza Bowman. And like Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie, maybe. Like, let me move you real quick. I'll show you something. Look up there. That is That actually right there is my first autograph I ever got. But here, see if I can find something. Okay, there you go. So, move you back here. I was saying Mike Piazza like that. If you find that card, good job. You did good. That's a nice card. Also, just so you know, in Spider-Man, the new one with Tom Holland, he has a picture of Mike Piazza in his room. No, like stuff like that, you can get lucky in it, but like don't try and sell every one of your cards individually. It's not gonna work. Just sell them bulk. Other than that, yeah, I think I hit all the bases. Like wax is called wax because like the wrapper is literally wax, right? Coated in it. Told you why the junk wax era happened. Overprinting because of demand, over licensing and all that. I don't think there's gonna be another one for a good bit. How to sell them? Go to like a card store. Look around. Go to different card stores to see what the best price is. If you're gonna sell it in bulk to a card store, you could do eBay and stuff too. Yeah, I think that about covers it. Yeah. Say bye to OJ. You have a good day.